everyone's having a fantastic day full of fantastic things in it as always. And for today's video, I don't know what I almost said there, but for today's video, I know how to make a YouTube video. For today's video, I know I promised you guys, well really I said probably I would be doing a video on getting platinum for the ARs. However, those long shots are booger bears to do, so I'm not going to put you guys through that. I'm going to do a video on me getting platinum. I'm not going to leave you out. However, I'm going to get closer to the goal before I do a video for you guys. So for today's video, you guys seem to like the videos that I do on leaks and rumors about Call of Duty. Now, for those of you who do not know, I do a lot of short form content about the leaks, rumors, and news of Call of Duty on my TikTok. I do have a TikTok. I'll put that in the description below. I would love for you guys to go over there and hit that follow button. We're getting close to 900. So if you guys want to go over there, I would love to see you guys over there. But I do a lot of those types of videos over there, short content. And I've only done a few over here, longer form content. And I usually do them if I keep seeing them pop up, because more than likely that means that it's true. Now, the one that I'm going to be doing today, though, for you guys is really out there. And I've only heard it a few times. It's not like it's been really floating around out there. In fact, I heard about it for the first time yesterday. But I have to do a video for you guys because it is so out there, and yeah, I would love it if it actually happened. And that leak and rumor that's floating around out there suggests that the Call of Duty Black Ops team and the DeadRising 4 team, the team that made DeadRising 4, are going to be collaborating for a future Call of Duty game. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that only means one thing to me. Yep, you guessed it, zombies. Yes. I mean, honestly, what could these two teams be doing but a Call of Duty story-driven zombie game? Now, look, Call of Duty, that leak about Call of Duty doing a zombie-driven game that rumor has been going around for years and years. And I do keep seeing it around off and on. There'll be something new about it. So if that is a true thing, that I could see maybe Activision and the Call of Duty Black Ops team bringing in this collaboration with the DeadRising 4 team and bringing them in to make it, well, a better game. And honestly, Call of Duty's never done anything like this before, so they may feel like they need that extra help and guidance into doing a driven zombie game. Now, again, before we go any further, I'm going to say we need to take this with a grain of salt, this rumor. But however, I'm going to say there was a leak and rumor floating around a few months ago about Call of Duty coming out with their own version of Rocket League, and I thought, no way, there is no way that's going to happen. I didn't even do a TikTok about it, okay? I didn't do anything about it. I thought there's no way. That is silly. That would be so silly. And then look what happened. We had the World Cup thing come up during the World Cup, and it was their kind of Rocket League thing. And it was terrible, but it did provide some laughs. Let's say when I did play it did provide some laughs. So, but hopefully so that was a little out there. And I never thought that it would happen. But it did happen. So I don't think we need to say that this may not be as far-fetched as I'm thinking it could be. This could be something that's actually happening. Now, before we go any further, I usually sometimes in these videos, which by the way, I have done a few longer form content on the leaks and rumors of Call of Duty. Again, I'll put those in the description below for you. But I will say, I sometimes in those videos I do pros and cons of why I think it would be good and why I think it would not be good. I'm not going to do that this time because, to be all honest with you, and I'm going to be honest here, I always am honest with you guys. I don't see a con if this actually happens. I don't see a con. I see nothing but pros here. So I'm going to give you guys some of the reasons why I think that this would be a good thing. If it did happen, the good things that could come out of it. And so let's just get right into it. The first thing that we're going to talk about is story, a new story. Look, the past few stories on campaigns, if you will, of Call of Duty, minus Vanguard, they've been kind of about, look, they've been new stories, don't get me wrong, they've been new stories, but it's been old cast of characters and new stories. Now, I don't hate that. In fact, I love that. In fact, we all love that because we all know and love these characters. However, I am ready for Call of Duty to stretch themselves out and come up with something that is brand new. I would like to see them stretch themselves and come out with a new cast of characters. If they want to add a few old ones here and there from past Call of Duty titles, and even some of the DeadRising titles if they want to. If they want to throw in a few here and there, they can, but I'm really wanting them to do a new cast of characters that we can experience this Call of Duty zombie driven game with. So yes, I think that is something actually positive, and we should all be looking forward to if this actually is a real thing. Another thing that could come out of this is a very, very unique multiplayer. Now, I have often said that I think that if Call of Duty did do a zombies driven game, I think it would be really cool for them to actually add zombies into the multiplayer mode. I do. Now look here, Call of Duty, I'm not telling you to put them all over the place. I don't want that, okay? I don't want that. We gotta be able to keep our KDs up, right? We gotta be able to do that. But I do think having a zombie every now and then popping up in these multiplayer maps would actually be fun. And even maybe have it to where one of the teams, if you want to work together as a team to actually unlock maybe a zombie that pops up, maybe a really strong zombie that the enemy team has to take down. You guys get what I mean? It would be a very unique multiplayer. They could actually, in fact, this could actually bring a lot of opportunities to multiplayer. Yes, they need to have hardpoint, they need to have domination, they need to have those classic modes, but this would be an opportunity for them to do new modes for that could be centered around zombies, and also honestly a very unique zombie mode. Don't think that just because it would be a driven Call of Duty zombie game that they wouldn't do a zombie mode. They would, and in fact, I think that would be cool to see as well, because they could get creative with that as well, and even put kind of that DeadRising stank on it. So yes, I think that a new kind of multiplayer and just to be creative with it would be fun to see. Now, here is the question that you may be asking yourself, by the way, when I look down looking at my notes here. Now, here is the question that you guys probably are thinking, well, what can the DeadRising 4 team bring to the table? And this is what I have down. They can bring a different kind of story. They could bring look, Call of Duty is not, as far as zombies go, it has a story, but as far as a driven story, as far as a campaign, if you will, they've never done that before. But Dead Rising has done a story-driven game about zombies. Of course it has. I mean, we have several of them, and there is a story in all of them, and that is something that their team could bring to the forefront, and could bring to the forefront. They could bring it to the table to help Call of Duty do a story-driven Call of Duty zombies game. They could also, I have down here that they could bring a inventiveness to the weapons. I don't know if you guys, for those of you who haven't played Dead Rising, look, the weapons on there are out of this world. Okay, first and foremost, they specialize in melee weapons. Now there are other ones, but there are a lot of melee weapons in that game. That is something that they could bring to the table to Call of Duty. That is something that they really could bring to the table. They could also bring inventiveness for new weapons in Call of Duty. That's something that's kind of been missing over the years, even in zombies. And I think that could be something very fun and very creative to see happen in Call of Duty Zombies. Now, what could Call of Duty bring to the table in this collaboration? Well, I think that they could bring their mechanics. Now, over the years of the Dead Rising games, it has gotten better over the years. However, I will say that the mechanics in Call of Duty Zombies, I think they're a little cleaner. Than the Dead Rising mechanics. So that is something that Call of Duty could bring to the table. It could bring it could bring smoothness. It could even bring a more gun approach to the game that Dead Rising doesn't really have in their game. It's in there, but it's not like Call of Duty Zombies. So that is what Call of Duty could bring to the table in this collaboration. Another thing that just both sides could do is they both would bring creativity. I know I've said that with the multiplayer, but the creativity, I will say that the Dead Rising team could bring a lot of creativity to Call of Duty. Now, look, I love I'm going to give you guys for instance here. For instance, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, look, I am loving it. But I do feel like they are relying on a lot of older content and they're just making it new. Now, look, I'm not mad about that, okay? I love the older maps coming back. I love the cast of characters. Don't get me wrong, I love it. However, I am wanting them to be a little bit more creative with the way that they are presenting things. And just presenting things. I would love Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 team to actually come up with a new mode. You know what I mean? Just something along those lines. And I do think that with this collaboration, in particular with the Dead Rising team, I do think that that is something that they could bring to Call of Duty. They could bring some creativity and new modes and story and everything. You guys get the picture. Creativity could be out the wazoo on this thing if this collaboration does happen. So that's what I think overall. I'm sorry that this video is random, but I do think overall, if this does end up happening, again, we need to take it with a grain of salt, but anything's possible. Anything's possible, and I do think that this collaboration could be epic. It could be a really cool, epic thing that they could do together to create the ultimate Call of Duty zombie game. But there you go. That is my thoughts on this collaboration and what I think that what they both could bring to the table for potentially the best Call of Duty game that we could have had in a very long time. But anyway, there you go. Like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to actually know what you guys think about this rumor, and if it did happen, what is something that you guys think that could be good that would come out of it? I would like to hear from you guys. I would also like to hear from you guys what you guys think about some other Call of Duty. What kind of other Call of Duty content do you like that you want me to do? Do you like this rumors and leaks video? Would you guys like me to do more of these? More longer form content? Would you like me maybe to do some of your loadouts, try out some of your loadouts and rate them? Let me know, or maybe some spectating videos for Warzone. Let me know in the comments below what you like to see happen on this channel. I'm not going to go away from the grinding, the camos videos. I would just like to expand the COD content for you guys here. But again, like, comment, and subscribe. You do not have to, but I would love for you to. And I will see you in the next video, well, that you see me in. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. That was random, but that's okay. It was still good.